This is about the replacement of human activity with robots, not physical robots clearly, but with digital robots. And we're seeing a lot more of this movement within the financial services industry.
Basic robotics, machine learning and cognitive. So basic robotics is something which has been around for many years in the kind of service industry.
Taking structured data and transferring that data into either a screen of information or transcribing that into customer interaction. The second is machine learning, where machines are starting to take some basic decisions around yes, approve that, no, don't approve that. And then cognitive is just the most advanced, which is actually taking almost the human decision making out of the process and saying, is this something that can be approved? Why could it be approved? And looking at other areas around that approval process to make sure upstream and downstream is done correctly.
I think there is a genuine and understandable fear that a consequence of robotic automation within the insurance sector or any other sector will result in the loss of traditional customer-facing roles. That is an understandable fear. However, I see it slightly differently in the sense that if a company can be successful and implement a robotics automation development journey, I think that will give it an advantage within a marketplace to be able to grow. With robotics automation and the existing workforce, it makes an overall significant efficiency saving.
We're seeing machine learning starting to hit insurance pricing and claims, and we're starting to see cognitive in everyday life, right? We're all using Siri, we're asking questions, Siri's going away and going to structured and unstructured data to solve our problems. So it's becoming reality, and it's becoming part of things which we do every day.
So the market's actually forcing it to change. There's a big push in the marketplace from a customer experience perspective. There's a really big push from the fact that the cost has come down to implement this. This is probably the biggest disruption to that marketplace that's going to happen.
I think insurance is now looking at what other people have done in other industries, and they're going, actually there's a lot we can learn and bring back into the insurance space. You can now do things around tone analysis to understand if somebody's stressed when they're talking to you, whether they're lying to you.
A bot can do more than one person's role. It can probably do multiple people's roles. We're talking about the absolute reduction of human interaction in some call centres.
I think the most significant challenge that insurance companies need to overcome is to convince themselves that it is right, that they have the belief that actually a better customer outcome can be achieved without a person being involved.
I think the first thing you've got to do is have a strategy for how you're going to implement. So you know where actually standard robotics is going to be the best thing to do. Machine learning on structured data is the best thing to do, and when you need to use unstructured.
I don't think you should focus in one particular area and say, that's it, we're going to go for that. I think it's too broad of a topic. The way I've interacted with my clients is, let's look at the entire spectrum.
Those areas, be it through the sales process, through the ongoing policy administration and management process, and even the claims process, all, I believe, have opportunities to become much more streamlined through the application of robotics.
If you want to start going down this path, you don't have to commit anything, just start collecting the right data.
There's no big systems change, there's no big process change. The big change, I think, is people, and about how people are retrained in their organisations to start to become more robotic-centric rather than to put process-centric.
In 5 years' time, I think you're going to have some startups who will enter the insurance market and be pretty good at it, because they'll be able to leverage cognitive engines which have been built by other people to get the pricing right, to get claims straight through. So there's a great opportunity now to kind of leapfrog across the other industries, have an organisation which is far more automated than it is today, but actually managing risk in a much more real way.